Hello guys, welcome to the new edition on this particular YouTube channel, Mr. Ade Ayobet Predicts. In today's video, we'll be looking into a particular betting strategy that can be very common on some social media and also on some promising VIP groups. Actually, do you know that this particular betting option happens to be one of the most dangerous bet markets that you guys should always try to avoid? For example, going predicting straight draw, as many people always say it, because these particular options always provide, always help you guys to boost your odds in order to get maybe large and big odds easily. For example, if you also look into predicting correct score, you guys should already know that going for correct score too can be very very dangerous, because we all know that you are not the one going to play this particular match and anything can happen. So predicting correct score happens to be is something of luck. When it comes to predicting correct score, if you happens to be someone that knows how to analyze stats and like that, there's probability that you can get close to that particular option. But trust me, if you win correct score, that means you are too lucky. Same thing goes with predicting straight draw. However, I'm going to explain to you guys how you can go about games that you can predict as straight draw. There are some games that naturally we always know that they don't always score goals very well, and if they score goals, the gap or difference of between the teams that's played will not be really much. So if you look into this and you are seeing predictions of straight draw in on different social media platforms, just note that this thing is below 50% of possible outcome. I'm going to show you guys the reason why for saying that. I'm so sure many of you are already aware of this particular app. This particular app can help you generate predictions based on percentage. Depends on the start, because one thing about this particular app is that they've programmed it in a way that it will analyze the stats and give you the predictions based on percentage and possible outcome. So now, one thing about this particular app happens to be that I don't usually make use of this particular segment again. That is their daily predictions that you always have, because there is high probability of winning or losing. Because we look at the predictions very well, there are some that won and there are some that lost. This shows that betting can be hard sometimes and cannot always be 100% accurate. No matter how accurate the strategy is, there will be some day that you will lose the game and you won't expect it. Now in these particular situations, now let's assume that you want to predict your games as straight draw. I'm going to show you guys how you can do that right now. So if you want to predict this particular straight draw and you don't want to stress yourself using the start, because if you want to use the start, there are some process that you can also consider, because there are process but it may not be as accurate as this particular app will help you to generate. Predicting straight draw cannot be 50%. We have 50-50. When we say 50-50, that shows that on one side there's probability of you winning, on the other side there's probability of you losing. But when it comes to predicting straight draw, there is high probability of losing than winning. You have even less than 30%, or let me say less than 40% of chance of winning. So now let's check. If you click on the mansion aspect under this particular app, BetMinds, and you click on the BetMinds mansion, there's a way that you can select the options that will provide you with the games that you want. Now if you look at the section, going for the leagues, I'm going for all the leagues, and I'm going for straight draw. Going for straight draw, and now going downward. Don't forget, I told you guys that if you want to predict things using this particular machine, it is mostly better to go with 79% and above or 80% and above. I think from that range, that is also a good range of possible outcome. When you are predicting games and they are telling you that okay, this particular game has 80% possible outcome, we know that betting can be hard, but 80% above, 79% above are still very very okay. But in this particular situation, we are going for straight draw, and let's say that okay, we are going for something, we know that predicting straight draw is very very hard. Now let us go for 50% and above. 50% and above sets the range of the possible outcome to 50% and above. And going to this, we are setting the total number of the matches that we want. I'm setting it to 20. So we are going for 20. We want 20 games. Now there's one thing about this particular app is that if you want to make use of this particular machine, they will just pop out the ads, so they will tell you to watch videos for particular minutes. So I'm going to skip that aspect, and after that let us click on. So this is what you click on, and they will bring out the ad option to watch the video for 7 minutes or 10 minutes before they will grant you the outcomes of games that fall under this particular category of straight draw with 50% and above. So let's wait, let's click on the search. Now unfortunately, with despite the fact that we make use of 50% and above possible outcome, this particular machine was unable to get games that can end up as straight draw with that particular percentage of 50-50. Now you can see how dangerous predicting straight draw can be for you. Now let us check another thing. Let us change the percentage. Now I'm changing the percentage below 50% and above. Let's change it like this. Okay, let's put it at maybe 40%. Let's say 40%. You can see that this possible outcome of winning your bet with straight draw is below 50%. Now we are going for 40% and above, and let's see the outcomes of games that we brought out. So no match were found for the selected criteria. Now let us check again. Let's put it at maybe 30% and above. Let's see. Now after going for 30% and above, we are able to find some games that fall under this particular category. 20 games under the categories of 30% and above possible outcome. So if you try to search for maybe games that can end up as draw with maybe 40% probability of outcome, you will not really get it. So we have 20 games here, and the odd is very, very big. This particular straight draw prediction is based on luck. Now I'm going to show you guys a particular option that you can use instead of that, because going for straight draw in total match is very, very dangerous. I won't lie to you guys, but this is another thing that you guys can actually do, to escape through this particular process and even get big odds without worrying about the percentage of the possible outcome of the games. Now let us go to the other options under this particular same straight draw. So we have different options here that you guys are seeing. We have double chance, we have goal over 1.5 half time, draw for. Now this is one thing that I'm going for, the draw first half. Should you like draw? Let us go for the draw first half. Within 45 minutes of the game, you will know the fate of your bet slip with this particular option. So you won't need to wait for maybe 90 minutes for the game to end and for the pressure to be on you. Now let us check this particular draw first half, and let's see what we have there. Alright, so now we are moving on to check. Let's check this data. Okay, we are going for 20 games. We want 20 games under the straight draw, and we are clicking on 4 days. Let's say we are going for 4 days. Alright, so now let's check. So the odd range, there's nothing concerning you about that, and the probability intervals. Let's change the percentage to let's go for maybe 80% and above, or 81%. So we have 80% and above. Alright, so we have 80%. Okay, this is 81%. Don't worry, let's go with that. So let us click on the search to see what we have for first half draw. Alright, so fortunately we are able to get our first half draw games, 20 games under this particular option with probability of 81% and above, 81% to 100%, and these are 20 games that fall under this particular category. Yet despite the fact that we have it as 81% and above, there is still high chance of still losing the game, because within that 81 to 100, there are some games that with just 1% of it not coming out as straight draw, you can lose your game. So nothing is 99% in betting, but at least to some extent we are able to get 80% probability of outcome. Now let us try and set this thing to maybe like 85% and above. Let's see if we are still going to get games that will fall under this particular category of first half straight draw. Now let's do that. So let's change it to 85. Okay, so I'm having 86 here to 100%. All right, so let's check. So yet with 86% and above, we are still able to get 20 games under this. So I'm still going to shift it to 90%, and let's see. So let's shift it to 90% and see what we have there. 90. Okay, we have 91 to 100. Imagine having games predicted, having games to have, high probability outcome of the first half straight draw with 91% and above, and let's say if that is possible. To be sincere, this is amazing. Despite the fact that we set the percentage of possible outcome to 91% and above, we are still able to get 20 games under this particular bet options. So this is how you guys can make use of these particular options by pushing the possibility outcome percentage from 80% or 79% and above to see games that are very close to high possible of winning your bet. And with this particular option, it is very easy to accumulate big odds as you've always wanted for full-time straight draw. We all know that predicting full-time straight draw can come with maybe like 2 odds straight, but with these particular options too, if you are getting 1.83 odds, 1.91 odds, and combining it maybe within maybe like 6 to 7 games, you should be getting a very big and nice odds from that. So I'm going to push this thing further. I'm going to push it further to 95% to 100. So we have 95% here to 100, right? So let's see what we have, and let's see the games that we have, and probably if I can see games under that, maybe that's what I'm going to predict on my ticket today. Guys, 95% to 100, still yet I'm still able to get 20 games, and I think these 20 games will be my best lead for today. So if you guys are able to watch this video from the beginning to the end, and you are able to pay attention, or you're able to at least get some points from it, I would like you guys to also practice it. And if you are practicing any strategy, just make sure that you bet with amount that you can afford to lose, and in order to confirm, okay, if this particular option, if this particular steps is accurate or not. And don't forget to enjoy your betting and make sure that you bet responsibly. See you guys in the next video. But before I go, I would like to inform you guys about our WhatsApp VIP group in case you want to join us for daily tips and daily odds using the handicap betting strategy and other bet options. You are going to see the video group link in the video description and also in the comment section. And in case you want any personal tutorial on any betting strategy, either basketball, handicap prediction, double chance, over and under, and so many more like that, you can also reach out to us through our social media platform, most especially on WhatsApp or Telegram, and also on X, which was formerly Twitter. See you guys in the next video. Bye.